On a late summer evening in a park overlooking the Connecticut River Valley, people gathered to listen to community members tell stories. And on this particular evening, many of the storytellers were people experiencing homelessness. BPR's Lexi Krupp has more from the performance in White River Junction.
Keith Goki doesn't usually like to talk in groups, but on a recent Friday evening, he stood in front of a crowd of strangers in White River Junction, beneath a big white pine. He talked about what happens when he goes shopping.
I just feel like people are looking at me funny. I feel like people are looking down on me just because I am homeless. I don't want to give a but sometimes I do.
Keith has blue eyes and a big yellow beard. He's 54, but he looks older. He's been homeless on and off for a couple years. Since winter, he's been living in a 6x10 cabin made of styrofoam with a propane tank and a space heater. He says he likes living out in the woods.
I got my little boombox so I can listen to music and know what the weather's going to be. Got a camp stove that hooks up to my propane tank as well. So, I got everything I need and nothing that I really don't need.
Keith has a job, working outside, mostly landscaping and lawn care. He and his girlfriend have been together for almost 10 years. They have 2 cats. One he rescued from inside a garbage bag when she was a kitten.
The cats are basically our children, our son and daughter. I know it may sound weird, but if you love your animals like you do your own kids, you see where I'm coming from.
But most people don't know where he's coming from. They don't know about the campsite he keeps clear of cigarette butts, or his job, where he cut 5 cords of wood earlier in the day, his relationship, his pets. A few months ago, a friend invited Keith to participate in this program called Telling My Story. It's been going on for decades. The idea is to bring unlike communities together, in this case housed and unhoused community members, to try to break down social barriers between the groups. The program is run by a nonprofit. It's taught over several weeks. Mostly that's been in correctional facilities and substance use treatment centers in Vermont. For many years, it was also offered as a class at Dartmouth College, where this reporter took part in a workshop. But this is the first time the program has included a group of people who are housed and people experiencing homelessness.
The main challenge was building trust. There was this kind of sense on the part of really everybody, like, what's going on here? And is this a situation which is exploiting anybody, or is it a sincere situation?
Simon Dennis runs the Center for Transformational Practice in White River Junction. He's pretty involved in local politics in Hartford. He helped organize the group and invited Keith to join, along with about a dozen others, people who are unhoused, own their homes, and everything in between. They met for 2 months at the Main Street Museum in White River Junction, and they spent a lot of time together. They did exercises like write down words that represent possibility and others that represent limitations, then everyone would share. And they talked about policy changes that could help decriminalize emergency shelters. Simon says all this helped them become more human to one another.
Through that experience, we were able to develop the courage to say, okay, we are together now going to go in front of the people and say our piece.
Their piece involved drumming and a stack of cardboard boxes with hand-painted phrases that performers read from.
How can we build bridges instead of walls?
Can we do a camp out on City Hall for the homeless?
Freedom from fear. We wouldn't be feared if we weren't judged.
The main act, though, was people sharing personal stories.
My name is Brian Lukehart, and I have a testimonial, if I can get it unfolded. So when I grew up,
Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is my testimony.
This is my testimonial. My name's Keith Goki. I've been homeless on and off for 3 or 4 years.
And beyond this one-time public platform, some participants say the experience has made them feel less alone, like for Keith.
Definitely. Because I don't like to be in groups, and Simon's kind of taking me out of that shell and opening up more.
At the end of the performance, the audience weighed in. Someone talked about how she's guilty of looking down on people who are homeless. Another woman said she's in a precarious housing situation herself. Eventually, as it was getting dark, the crowd dispersed. They made it back to where they would sleep for the night, wherever that might be. For VPR News, I'm Lexi Krupp.